remotely afraid of the back rooms. But yeah, so I want to watch this. There was a barista who cried on Twitter and everybody fucking dunked on him. And I totally forgot because I never really saw it because Sebastian Gorka is a coward and he blocked me.
Welcome back to Noah Place. It's the place where you can find Noah, who is me. I'm Noah. Hi, and welcome. I'm joined today by a very special guest. It is the kitty cat correspondent, Babito. Everyone say hello to Babito, aka Babe. She's going to be in the back. Hope you guys don't mind. So this video went viral a couple days ago from a barista named Evan. So I want to play a little bit of it now for you. Thank you.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and I am literally about to quit. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but, like, I really want to. I almost walked out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cried on the floor. It's just, I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm like 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day. Only 5 people were put on the schedule, and somebody had to call out. And there are 4 people running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's possibly scheduled 5 people. We only have 13 people employed at this store, and there's so many customers. And they're good.
So clearly Evan here is...
Bro, people that shit on members of the service industry are some of the weakest scumbags on the planet. Okay? That is fucking bananas. Like, these people are doing literal, like, harder, more stress load, worse work, just a unimaginable amount of fucking work. Way braver than the fucking troops. Okay? Like, yeah, that person looks kind of cringe while they're fucking crying in a walk-in closet or whatever, crying in the fucking storage closet. Okay? But it's insane to me. Like, do you not see? Do you just don't understand how stressful that fucking job is, where this person's having a fucking panic attack. They have to serve dickheads like you and I all day, man. It's the worst thing. It's mentally exhausting. It's physically exhausting. It's you're getting shit on by people non-fucking stop. It's awful. Oh. And then people dunked on him, which is crazy. Like, people dunked on him. They were like, dude, fuck you. Like, you fucking piece of shit. Suck it up. It's like, bro, you're a worker. You probably get hassled at work. You know what I mean? You probably get shit on nonstop by your boss, your manager, the customers, especially if you're in a you know, client-facing service industry job. You probably are not shitting on that person because a lot of people have been there, right? A lot of people have been there. They know what that's like. They know how fucking awful that shit is. So obviously, you know, they recognize it. Okay, but grow a sack? What do you mean? Absolutely, but that kid is cringe. How panicked is this kid that he's recording himself as shut it? Okay, but grow a sack. Bro, these are fucking Zoomers, man. That's the only way that they know how to operate, okay? I'm sure Governor Caw, some dumb fucking baby brain boomer like you, had a different way to deal with that fucking anxiety, all right? Like, we all have our different manifestations and different ways of dealing with that stress. But if you understand that it doesn't even undermine the actual stress, the workload that person is going through, then why are you even getting mad? But ultimately, here's the problem, okay? Cringe or not, it doesn't matter. If the genuine problem that person is facing is real and one that you yourself have even exhibited in one way, shape, or form, as all of us have. If you've ever worked a job under someone else, you experience some form of that. You have no autonomy over your life. You have no control over it. You're getting shit on by your bosses, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay? There is nothing you can do about it. What are you going to do? Your employment and your insurance are tied to one another. What are you going to do? Talk back to your boss? They can rip you. They can do whatever the fuck they can. They can say whatever they can. They can put you and make you work 8 hours on the fucking weekends when you're like, come on, dude, that's way too much. And if you say no, they'll cut your hours elsewhere. They'll take money out of your pocket. That person isn't crying because they are cringe or whatever. That person is fucking crying because they have no autonomy and they recognize it. They feel helpless, as many of you at a certain point have. Okay? Which is why it was so strange when that fucking nurse, I think Sebastian Gorka posted this, and then that fucking nurse was like, this is my face listening to you, pussy, on my third fucking 16-hour shift in a row. And it's like, bro, you just described the same exact thing. Okay, don't ban him. It's fine. Here, just time him out. Bro, I follow you on so many things, but you lost me here, baby. What do you mean? Just because someone is presenting themselves in a cringe way doesn't undermine the argument. Focus on the message, not who's delivering it or how they're delivering it. The experience is real, their feelings are real, and it stems from the exact same systemic inequality that fucks you on a daily basis. How brain broken are all of you that you look at someone in a service industry crying and you go, ha, that guy's so fucking cringe. Me, on the other hand, I get fucked in the ass every day and I love it. I let my manager shit on me because I'm a man. Don't you recognize that you've been brainwashed into thinking that way? That like all labor is supposed to be just gruesome, awful, that you can't actually have any autonomy in your life, and you should love that. The less autonomy that you have and the more awful your workplace conditions are, the more man you are, the more manly you are. That's so dumb. How cringe is crime because of the stress? It's a distressed worker, not cringe at all. No, crime because of the stress is not cringe. Filming yourself comes across as cringe. Okay, that's what it is. That's what people are hyper focusing on. But what's infinitely more cringe, in my opinion, is seeing someone in the service sector crying, having a fucking panic attack, and then going, well, I get fucked all day, every day, and I like it because that makes me more manly. And yeah, this is true. 8 hours is an insane amount of time to spend on your feet making and taking orders in one day while you're a full-time college student, but even when you're not a full-time college student. The funniest part about this is that Sebastian Gorka has never done that. Never done that, and he can't feel empathy for those who have. Because Sebastian Gorka and all of his fucking dumb followers are exactly the kind of people that spit on the face of service workers, that treat them like little fucking slaves. "12 to 14-hour shift beside bedside RN says, hold my coffee." We are never going to have socialism, bro. It's just not happening. It's just people are so brain broken by hyper individualism. They think it's a badge of honor that they're getting fucked harder by their bosses. You're all competing to have the worst lives when you should be collaborating with your fellow workers to get the better lives you deserve. 100%. It's not a virtue that your bosses are fucking you, dummy. It's not a virtue that you're getting fucked by your bosses. The greatest trick, though, under capitalism is making you, the worker getting fucked, feel like it is a virtue. Nah, you don't understand. I'm getting fucked. I'm getting fucked way harder than this kid. And guess what? So much better. It's so sick. It's so cool. You're an idiot. Why are you posting your fucking L's on the timeline and taking pride in that? That's crazy. Holy shit. Isn't 8 hours fairly standard, though? 8 hours is insane for a fucking service job like that. Barely any breaks. You're on your feet the entire time. That's a lot. Especially when he's part-time. Nobility and suffering is a weird mentality. I think you're misinterpreting their conclusion. These people don't say, I like it. They say, you don't see me bitching about it. Yeah, that's dumb. You should be bitching about it. That's what I'm saying. You're literally stating that you recognize that the system is fucking fundamentally broken. It's currently fucking you. And you're recognizing that it's fucking you. And then you make it seem like it's a flex that you're not complaining about it, that you're not trying to change it. There's a difference between saying you like being mistreated and pointing out that our little Zoomer here is being a bitch. No, there isn't. Because that little Zoomer there openly stated this is why Starbucks needs baristas or a union. So that like there's better management in the way that tasks get assigned to workers in the workplace. And that overarching conclusion is the correct one. But everyone walked past it because no matter what happens, it is impossible for you to comprehend. It's not like any of you decided you want to work fucking 12-hour shifts, 16-hour shifts. That's crazy. You didn't want to do that. You know, if you've been working that job for years and years, you know that that's not efficient for you. Okay? Registered nurses know that that's not efficient for them. Triple fucking on their third 16-hour shift. That's not good for the nurse. That's not good for the patients. That's bad. But why is that happening? Because hospitals can get away with working nurses to the goddamn bone. So you're looking at someone who is turning around and saying, this is fucked up, and here's the solution, and you're shitting on the person who's saying, here's the solution, instead of recognizing that that person is correct. I don't understand, like, why we just assume that, like, doing Starbucks, like, working at Starbucks somehow is not, like, a real working class job. Why? Because there's a lot of, like, queer teens that work there? Is that why? But you think when you're gay, you're not a real worker? You think you're in the service industry, you're not a real worker? Like, what the fuck does that mean? You're only a real worker if you're picking, avocados. You're only a real worker if you're an exploited immigrant worker in the fields in fucking Fresno. That's the only real workers. Except those aren't real workers either. They're exploited underclass slaves that get cast aside every time election season comes around. Yeah, I'm a real worker. I go to the mines every day. Only real workers get black lung. Have you ever worked a 9 to 5? I mean, I worked a desk job. I did. And it sucked. And it was at a startup. And I was a nepotism hire on top of that. And it still sucked ass. I was on the sales side. I had to suck up to a lot of people that I normally would never want to be around. Non-fucking stop. I had to go to advertisers and just suck up to them. Motherfuckers who look down at you, doing cold calls every day, annoying people. Just the worst. Unskilled labor is ultimately a propaganda term to justify paying people poverty wages. It's true. Not bitching about it in this sense is not a virtue. I'm letting you know right now. I saw the same shit when Starbucks was unionizing from lefties saying there aren't real workers. So dumb. No, man. Because those guys are fucking idiots. They're grifters. They're sharks. They're not real fucking leftists. Every single person that said Starbucks workers are not real workers is now like a MAGA communist or whatever the fuck they call themselves now. I wonder how. I wonder why. Every single one of them is now a Republican voter. How did that happen? You're trading your time and your labor for a fucking wage. You're a worker, okay? That's it. If that shit wasn't gruesome and awful and everybody recognized it, bosses wouldn't be trying their hardest not to lose their position as a capital owner or a boss. Because the worst thing that can happen to you as a boss, as a capital owner, as a landlord, is going back to becoming a fucking Starbucks barista. Okay? Every rich person knows full well how awful and gruesome that job is, no matter what they fucking say. Okay? That's why they make it seem like it's death when you lose your money. That's why they hold on to their wealth as best as they fucking can. Because when you lose your house, when the housing market collapsed, not your house that you have shelter under, but the house that you're using to accumulate more capital as a landlord, when you lose that, what are you losing at the end? They don't throw you in jail. You don't actually get shot or murdered. You're losing your wealth. And when you lose your money-making machine, that you were making your ability to generate profit, okay, you're being relegated back to the working class status that you are so deeply fearful of, okay? You're becoming a worker again. So make no mistake, rich people understand their class position regularly. Capital owners understand their class position. They demonstrate class solidarity regularly. They have a lot of class consciousness. Matter of fact, that's precisely why they work hard to make sure you never have any class consciousness as a worker. That's why they work hard to divide and conquer. That's why you're hearing these dumbass fucking takes from people chiming in to say, oh man, what a pussy that person is. He's fucking crying. Pff, I'm different, dude. I get ass fucked on the daily. But guess what? I thrive in that environment. I get ass fucked. You don't see me bitching about it. Unionization can help with the issues that he's complaining about. He's mentioned in the video. Wait, what? 8-hour plus shifts in underemployed stores are still a massive issue when unionized? Dude, what are you talking about? No, it absolutely can. It gives you the power. If unions aren't doing that, that's their fault. But you still literally have the power in that circumstance. It's something you need to put up with our own union. It's still infinitely better to be able to have that mechanism. I'm in a strong union, man. Okay. Without the union, you have nothing. You have no way to even bring this up as a grievance. At least with the union, you have that mechanism. If you're not using it internally, and there are plenty of unions, don't misunderstand me. There are plenty of unions that have a lot of corruption issues, that are basically working for the company more than they're working for the rank and file. But ultimately, you have the mechanism. It is in your hands to be able to actually fucking get together and maintain your grievances. Make sure that your bosses hear it. It's what you make of it. You can't blame the non-existent union and say it's better without it. No, I mean, Starbucks is going after unionization efforts pretty aggressively. There are a lot of Starbucks have unionized. As it stands currently, it's not the perfect solution, but it's the only one that you can use right now. Okay? The only one that could make immediate short-term, that could make your life immediately in the short term better. All right, let's continue with this Noah video now.
He's just not having a great day at all. In the video, he talks about how he's a full-time student and how he feels very overworked and the Starbucks is understaffed and the management is being very shitty.
We don't have fair scheduling. Managers don't care about us. Our manager was supposed to come in this weekend and he took himself off the schedule so he wouldn't be able to be held accountable for calling out. He just literally tore down the schedule that he was scheduled on and put up a new schedule where he wasn't on the schedule. Also, he couldn't have even seen that he was scheduled in the first place because he didn't want to be held accountable for not wanting to come in. They don't want to help us.
And also that due to the overwhelming amount of like mobile orders, customers end up yelling at him all day.
We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders and I need to get through all of them. And then people are yelling at me because they don't have their orders ready and they don't know what to do.
If you've worked as a barista, maybe this is perhaps something you have experienced yourself. I haven't personally. I've worked in customer service as a pizza boy, but did not get any yelling. Regardless, I feel for this guy, you know, it sounds like a shitty day. But the conservative media decided to make his day markedly shittier by going after him real good. The place that I originally saw the tweet was on the Twitter account of Sebastian Gorka, the former deputy assistant to the...
Yeah, bro, listen. It's because he's trans too. Okay? That's it. That's like another component right there. It's like the perfect double whammy. Starbucks barista, not a real worker. Trans youth, not a real worker, morally degenerate. That's how these fucking fascists operate. Okay? Meanwhile, all the people fucking chirping about this shit are people that do the same shit that my ass does. Sit around on their fat fucking lazy asses and complain about society. Okay? That's it. It's literally Matt Walsh. He's like an uglier version of me that's fucking brain broken. Okay? That's all he does. Just sits there and yells about like children hospitals and shit. The fuck are you doing? What's your output, you piece of shit? You don't do anything.
president to Trump, and man with quite literally the largest head I've ever seen, Shadow Realm Hassan Piker. But on his Twitter, the video had 7.
Oh, come on, bro. How am I going to catch a fucking stray on that, dude? Look at this. Look at what he used, too. Look at that. Shadow Realm Hassan Piker. Jesus Christ.
Hassan Piker. But on his Twitter, the video had 7 million views and 15,000 quote tweets. And the replies are about as you'd expect. I feel sorry for this generation. We worked 70 to 80 hours a week. We didn't break. We buckled down and did it. We did our crying over a drink and then got back to work the next day for however long it took. We've raised a generation of quieters and moaners. This is just a typical boomer bootlicker sort of take. Back in my day, we didn't have a damn school bus. We just walked our way to school, put on our boots, walked out in the snow, and took a gun and shot ourselves in the face every morning. Back in my day, we didn't have all this iPhone crap. We'd use horse and buggy. Horse and buggy. Horse and buggy. Also love.
No, it's just the, going to school both ways, hillside.
Of just slipping in the casual. We were alcoholics, actually. We had to resort to alcoholism to make it through our working life, and actually that was good. It's good to have that be a thing. The other type of reply was sort of a modern day iteration on the boomer bootlicking. Currently my face while watching this in the middle of my third 16-hour nursing shift. There's so many things that are just wrong and cringe and dumb about this. But the first one is, this is like not a flex at all. Yeah, I actually hate my life. And I make it worse actively by celebrating the way my life is set up. Where 15 hours into my shift, I'm so exhausted that I'm constantly slipping and falling and breaking both my legs. This happens every shift. I break my legs, then I mend them because I'm a nurse, and I break them again, and I like this setup a lot. The third type of reply here, and probably the worst one, is the conservative media figure Peanut Gallery, where from the cushy confines of their studio sets, they shit on this worker for basically, having trouble doing wage slavery. People like Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles.
A Starbucks employee has gone viral for whining in the back room about how tough the job is.
People wonder.
Editor, are you good? Do you want to hold that shot a little bit longer?
Ever since he brought up the issue of misgendering, I actually don't know. I don't know what gender he is. So I'll use he, which is the gender neutral singular pronoun.
What? Even the most bigoted of you lot know that he is not a gender neutral pronoun. That's why you're constantly using it to degrade trans women, This guy looks like an Attack on Titan character, man.
He's very upset because he has to work sometimes 25 hours a week. Sometimes he has to work a full shift being 8.5 hours. How many people only work 8 hours a day?
Notably absent from...
Bro, how many hours do you work a day, dog? You don't do anything. Michael Knowles, you don't do anything. Shut up. That dude's a full-time student, bro. I hate conservative pundits so much. At least, when I'm chirping about shit, I'm like, listen, they should literally make things easier for workers. I know and recognize my position of privilege. I know and recognize that I am profoundly lucky, okay? So what do I do with all that luck? I don't just fucking turn around and go, ha-ha! If you're in a shit position, you should work super fucking hard and get to my position. Okay? It's crazy to me. It is absolutely insane. And these people don't even realize that those guys are shitting on them.
Most of these videos is them mentioning the fact that Evan is a full-time student. So those 25 hours are added on top of, I don't know how many hours being a full-time college student is. It's a lot. But again, of course, this generation and all these woke...
These weepy baristas. They'd prefer if Starbucks had no customers.
What is this little thing in the back? I don't like...
No, what the fuck is that, bro? Yo, this dude is a freak for real. Oh my God. Oh my God, what? Stop, what the fuck? Bitch, listen, I know I'm a freak, okay? I have a painting of that in a worse version of that right behind me. But I'm not Matt Walsh. Everybody knows I'm a fucking degenerate. You know what I'm saying? Even though Matt Walsh does whine like a baby way more than I do.
Like it. Very scary. Very spooky.
They would like to get paid by Starbucks. In fact, they want to get paid a lot more by Starbucks. And yet they also want Starbucks to get much less business.
Wait, what? No. They want to get paid more and work less hours. They want to get paid more and have less of a workload. It's almost like that is the attitude that every normal, smart, self-interested human being would have. That's crazy. Matt Walsh, you don't fucking work at Daily Wire spreading fascist propaganda for cheap, do you? You don't go to Ben Shapiro and say, hey, Ben, I love you, dog. Please pay me less this month. I know that we've been raking in the profits, yelling about trans children or whatever the fuck, but please, can you pay me less for more hours that I'll come in this week? No, you don't do that. Every normal human being, every normal-brained individual goes, I want to work the least amount of hours for the most amount of pay. It's just basic, super basic stuff here. Every human being does that, okay? It's normal. It's smart. It's self-interested, okay? Bosses, on the other hand, want you to work the most amount of hours for the least amount of pay, okay? This relationship exists between Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro too. Everybody goes through it. That's the beautiful part about capitalism, is that everyone is experiencing it, whether they recognize it or they don't. Okay? That's it. This is a contradiction at the heart of capitalism. I think it's a very normal expectation to say, hey, we need to, we're understaffed. Anyone who's ever worked at a fucking service sector job knows that they understaff these places deliberately because they know they can fucking squeeze harder and make their current workplace or current workforce work harder. Why? Well, a multitude of different reasons. One, because your employment is the only way that you can get a college education, which is your only shot at upward social mobility. Because college isn't free in this country. As a matter of fact, it's very expensive. A concept that conservatives recognize whenever they want to shit on, like student loan debt relief. Another reason why people have to withstand those awful work conditions and suck it the fuck up is because their health insurance is tied to their work. Their health insurance is tied to their employment because we live in a hellish capitalist dystopia where, unfortunately, the wealthiest nation on earth simply cannot afford to pay for everyone's health care, which it can, by the way, but it just chooses not to because there's a multi-billion-dollar industry in the that is lobbying the government to actively prevent that from happening. So yeah, what we just found out is that that cringe Starbucks barista is actually completely behaving in the most normal way you can and making demands in the most normal way you can. And he even recognizes what he could do potentially to make such demands and have the company respond. But Matt Walsh is getting paid to make you think that there's something wrong with that when he also operates in the same way when push comes to shove. When contract negotiations are up, when you're renegotiating your contract with the Daily Wire, you're not going to sit there and be like, I want to work more hours and get paid less. You're not going to do that, Matt. So shut the fuck up, bitch.
Or no business at all. Pay me more to do less, they demand. This is their bargaining strategy. Offer to do less work, and in exchange for that concession, request more money.
Yeah, I think,
bro, that's awesome. That's a normal thing, dog. That's normal. Everyone wants that. That's a total normal thing. That's crazy. But the only way that this is seen as somehow immoral or wrong, even though it is the basic fundamental plank of like self-interest in a capitalist society as a worker, Matt Walsh can get away with saying that that's crazy, and then everyone else will go, yeah, you're right. That is crazy. Shut the fuck up.
I think the whole thing is that Starbucks can afford it. They can afford to make that happen. Walsh rather weirdly brings up the conversation about unionization. I'm gonna play that clip now. It's very weird.
Now, at some Starbucks locations across the country, baristas have unionized around these demands. There's a growing organized labor movement at Starbucks. As of the beginning of October, over 300 locations had held union elections. Purely by coincidence, I'm sure some of the unionized stores were subsequently closed down by corporate headquarters.
Yeah, no, that's anti-union tactic. That is literally what? Yeah, I wonder why they did that. Yo, dude. The people that receive this are like, look, Matt Walsh might fancy himself to be a fucking small business owner or whatever. Maybe he is, okay? I don't know the fucking contract and the way he works at the Daily Wire. But I'll tell you something, okay? 99% of Matt Walsh's audience are not all fucking small business owners, okay? The people that agree with him are so fucking pathetic, so stupid. The irony is, like, if we're going to do a rich dad, poor dad conversation here, rich people never operate like this, okay? Let me tell you something. A rich person is never going to go, I'm going to work for fucking more hours for less money. A rich person is never going to go, no, you know what, Mr. Government Man, please don't give me this tax break. I don't want it. A rich person is never going to go, I don't want the government subsidies for my corporation. Rich people literally spend millions of dollars lobbying the fucking government to make sure they get that money. That's why they're rich. It's not a virtue to be a fucking idiot as a worker. Demand more from your fucking bosses, dude. Holy shit.
So they unionize, and then Starbucks says, never mind, you're closed. Union members allege that this was an act of retaliation. Starbucks corporate denies the claim. I have no opinion either way. Personally, I don't know. All that I'll say personally is that it is, as always, greatly enjoyable to watch a woke corporation get eaten alive by a...
Bro, there is no such thing. This is an eye-opening moment for many, okay? There is no wokeness when it comes to capitalism, okay? There is no woke corporation. That's not a thing. Starbucks only paints themselves with a woke brush to make it seem as a marketing tactic that they're open-minded, okay? The moment that you're actually woke on capitalism, you get fucking fired. That's it. That's the eye-opening moment for a lot of motherfuckers, okay? I hope.
its own woke employees.
This is so fucking funny. It's so good. Woke corporations just love union busting and labor law violations.
In the last few months, there have been at least 63 different allegations made by employees of Starbucks, which contend the company has engaged in illegal activity against them. These unfair labor practice charges, which have been filed with the National Labor Relations Board.
Starbucks woes because they made us have conversations about race with customers once. Dude, that was so funny. I love that. I fucking love that. That is such... Is that even real? Was that actually real? I remember something like that, but like... What a fucking... Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, God, liberalism is a brain disorder, dude. That literally, dude, liberalism this is a perfect demonstration that like liberalism is severely ill. Say, what's the problem? You think? What? What's the problem? Bro, I'm trying to get a coffee, dog. I'm not trying to listen to some fucking 18-year-old who's been up for like 12 hours talk to me about white supremacy. What is wrong with you? That's not the job of the fucking barista. What? The barista's job is not to do like baristas being forced to awkwardly have a conversation about police brutality with like every black customer that walks in through the fucking door. You don't see that being insane? You don't see that like falling apart super quickly? Are you sure you want a venti white chocolate frappe in this cultural epoch? Oh. God, I love this. Starbucks has launched an initiative to encourage its employees and customers to have conversations about race. CEO Howard Schur has given baristas 12,000 Starbucks locations the option to write the words race together on customers' cups and begin discussions about race relations. Bro, that's awesome. You want that coffee black? You sure? You should integrate it with milk. I think Martin Luther King would agree. Bro, this only shows me that Starbucks does not have one black executive, by the way. Or if there is one black executive, he or she is shutting the fuck up in those meetings out of fear that they're going to get fired. Okay? There is no way, dude. This is not like one black person, dude. Just one black person. And you ask them a question. You go, hey, is this cool? Should we do this? That's it. This is a bananas thing to fucking put out there. It's awesome. Yes, my manager had me, black, and my girlfriend, white, to be the centerpiece of the convo. It was weird as fuck. Yo! Starbucks stands strongly for miscegenation. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Dude, what the fuck is this? This is so stupid. Why are white liberals like this? Why? Just be normal. What do I always say? Just be fucking normal. Holy shit. It's literally the Michael Che bit of the white lady getting in the elevator with Michael Che and then immediately being like, I'm so sorry about my people. I'm so sorry about what white people have been doing to you. It's nuts. He said one drop coffee roll. Race together, dude. That's so awesome. Hashtag race together. Let's have a wonderful conversation about race. What is this? Oh, Chris next door, Hasan. A warrior merchant got a compliment from a rather beautiful female. Let's go. Nice. I know someone like this IRL. She's nice, but weirds me the fuck out when stuff like this comes up. No, like some of these, look. Some of this is coming from well-intentioned liberals that just don't get it. Okay? But when it comes to this this corporate initiative, the well-intentions go away. It's just like a deliberate attempt by Starbucks to just utilize social justice as a marketing technique. But because they don't have like one black person that spoke out in the fucking corporate boardroom, like literally one, that's it. And this would have been done. No one would have ever come out of the gate swinging with this. Okay? That it was a gigantic misstep, a gigantic fucking failure, and there is no good intention in that situation. Anyway, let's finish this.
Span across the entire country, from Buffalo to Seattle and everywhere in between.
Woke corporation get eaten alive by its own woke employees.
I think the worst of the bunch here might have to be from this random reactionary YouTuber, It's a Gundam. Never heard of him, but this video got about 200,000 views, so.
This Starbucks barista is breaking down, filming themselves as if they're hiding from the Gestapo in World War II. Okay, you just...
Is this for real? Like, is this what this guy sounds like? That's a joke, right? This got to be a bit. No shot this is, like, real. No fucking shot, dude. We went back to 2015. You know this dude, this no-face motherfucker, has a video like, why can't I say it? If they can, in rap music videos, why can't I say it? That's awesome. This is Gamergate aesthetic. That's true.
just can't wrap your head around it. This is the sort of a mission you'd expect from somebody who's in the middle of a war and they don't know they'll live. But the thing is, it's an American making coffee. This is why the rest of the world thinks we suck.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and I am literally about to quit.
Tell us what's wrong, little Evan. Surely a union will solve all these issues.
I mean, you know, they'll maybe solve some of them, right? That's the whole point of you.
This dude popped off for attacking Pokemon Law. He's facking the voice. Oh, it's fake. This dude also has Pokemon derangement syndrome. That's crazy. I think he's black, but goddamn is the most. Oh, he's black? He's the most goddamn Gamergate motherfucker. Oh, dude, he is so Gamergate. Okay, I'll. It's not the why can't I say it? It's the white people should be able to say it. That's
Unionizing, trying to get better rights for the workers. But I guess if we can't get them all at once and immediately, then we should just accept Starbucks doing what they do. So yeah, sure.
And on weekends, they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours.
Oh my god. This is a full-grown adult on the verge of tears.
This is so crazy.
Let's go! They got the 2016 crying liberal meme, dude. Oh, these motherfuckers want it so bad. They want it back so fucking bad, dude. Holy shit. Bro, look at yourself, dude. Look at yourself. You're making fun of like this is a 2015 meme that you posted, okay? Look at the way you're presenting yourself on the internet. Look. This dude is really popping off. It seems he has more views than you, lol. Dude, of course, misogyny is fucking,
New information tonight on the...
Oh, Pelosi's home invader caught on security cameras? Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see the security camera footage. I want to see the pee-pee. Where is the security camera footage? They never show the security camera footage. It's kind of fucked up.
That they use this image still. They still do, the anti-SJW guys. I think it's almost been 10 years now, so... okay, but this guy then goes on to compare his own work schedule with Evan's and say, you wouldn't be able to handle my work schedule.
They make me work full-time on the weekends. All right. 8 hours a day. Oh my God. Say this person would be on...
I want to see more. I want to see more from this Gundam guy.
Watch if they were on my schedule. Because it begins when I wake up and it ends till I go to sleep. And there are occasions where I don't sleep for 24 hours. You little cream puff.
He's a YouTuber. He is a YouTuber, and he does YouTube for a living. I do that too, and I will tell you right now, it is not anywhere near as emotionally or physically taxing as being a barista. Like, yeah, I'm filming right now, it's 3:37 a.m., but I also don't have entitled freaks yelling at me all day for $15 an hour. He also, on multiple occasions, makes these comparisons with, like, war, which is the funniest thing ever.
Filming themselves as if they're hiding from the Gestapo in World War II. For God.
Bro, you literally hide yourself on YouTube. You hide yourself and your face on YouTube. Check his Twitter. He posts the absolute worst takes on every situation. Why do you guys know these people? Why? Why do you know so many of these motherfuckers, dude? Gundam is a Gamergate Andy. He's been doing this for a long time. He used to be a VTuber mode that would be controlled by him live. Bro, I used to watch this guy back in the day. This is exactly what he sounds like. Simp willingly goes homeless for Pokimane.
Up some stuff here. As you can see, it's about simps.
Stop. Stop. Dude, these channels still pop off. That's crazy. It's crazy that these guys are still going at it. The whole like woke music and woke TV shows are making me mad. Bro, at this point you're like 35, bro. How about you fucking calm it down a little bit? How about you cool it? This isn't a job, it's adult daycare. She-Hulk, a show about nothing's in a rating slump. Oh my God, this guy watched every episode of She-Hulk, dude. Yo, here's what I do when I think a TV show sucks. I don't watch it, okay? Why did you force yourself to watch every She-Hulk episode? That's crazy, dude. That's so sad. Why is it always a weeb? Gamergate is about critics and journalism. Yeah, sorry. No, you mean genuine criticism of video game journalism. But it's weird because it's like they're still at it. Yeah, the ethics in video game journalism never went away, that argument, you know? Imagine shaming someone who loves green mommy dommy. What is this? This isn't a job, it's adult daycare part 3. I don't know what this is, but I kind of want to watch it. These motherfuckers make like 2 videos a month reacting to shit and then like editing it and then posting fucking fan art on top of it. And that's it. Let's dive in. No, you don't. I kind of want to watch it. What do you think about movie studios that blame racism or homophobia because their movies didn't do well? Yeah, they're movie studios. They're dumb as fuck. Like, no, make better movies. Let's be real. Literally make better movies. That's it. Make a better movie. Stop making the same movie with like one gay character and then being like, oh, dude, this will do really well. Just make a new movie. People do it still to this day. It's crazy. But people are out there making new movies, okay? And some of them fucking bang. If you click, you will become his new She-Hulk. Yeah, this dude will probably try to farm me for every. I mean, it's over. I already mentioned him, so it's a wrap. I'm sure at least 3 videos are coming out of
God's
this.
sakes, you're making coffee, not digging up trenches or looking for landmines behind enemy lines.
Kids these days never.
Dude, that's awesome. Like, yeah, let me put
Trenches are
some
looking
fucking
for
sexy
landmine-
military movie shots in here. The real troops.
Lines behind enemy lines.
Kids these days never want to go to war. You know, they don't want to work hard like me.
Dog, you're a fucking Gundam guy. You're literally an anime Gundam guy on YouTube watching She-Hulk and complaining about it for a living. Okay? You can't fucking turn around and be like, kids these days don't want to blow themselves up. Also, those kids should not have to blow themselves up either. Holy fuck. How the fuck do you say that as a Gundam fan? I don't know anything about Gundam. I don't like Gundam style shows.
Who is a YouTuber who goes to war every day with my crazy sleep schedule and my work from home internet, slow Wi-Fi. Mom. Basically, we can kind of get the sense that all these people don't really give a fuck about service workers. It's just okay to project that outwardly.
Most cringe take you've had? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like mecha animes except for Attack on Titan.
When there's a video of someone who's crying after having a bad day, that's like content farm city for them. If we want to talk about entitlement here, I think a perfect example of some insane type of entitlement is deliberately misgendering someone because your coffee is like 34 seconds late.
And a customer was misgendering me today, like really badly. I didn't have their order ready. And so they were just like talking like each other. And they're like, she's clearly incompetent. I have a full mustache and beard. What the fuck?
Like, that is fucking insane. These guys, in their quest to dunk on the entitled worker, are totally ignoring the dynamic between the corporation that makes billions of dollars and the customer that overpays for coffee and throws fits and does mini hate crimes when they don't get what they want immediately. And so all of this amounts to basically the trolley problem, right? Except on one of the tracks is a bunch of people who are the workers in this situation, and the other track has nothing on it, or the extra billions of dollars that Starbucks makes to please its shareholders that could be somehow utilized to just give people better working conditions. I'm not an economics guy whatsoever, but you know, if you can pay people more, generally speaking, you're going to be able to hire more people because they'll want to work because you can pay them more and give them more reasonable hours and things like that. I don't know. It seems crazy. But anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed the video from Noah Place. I know you guys have been sending in emails.
I love seeing the chatters who hear AOT is a mecha anime take for the first time. It's true. I have been a fucking evangelist